From the various league centers, matches in the air share say Ochina Sanso and Access Bank Division 1 games ebe to Ghana Football Association oma introduce happy hour na dia de oma select a venues ahoro a happy hour no ebe timi to dwa Alfred Ankan we see akan ewo the Italian Serie A we can say media for the Black Stars of Ghana Sanso and Eric Kwabena Bequin former striker and former captain for Kumasi Asante Kotoko wakasa edi afa eye opinion friend say yaw ampofo ankra on the side in pinfo appointing so omaye National Sports Authority pinu kese awbeda no sanso and a Joy Sports for a National Sports Dialogue Kofi Adams Minister for Sports and Recreation ekopie mu djumadi na so den sembe to dwa sanso and Anthony Anaseto ne bafon so ekopie mu djumadi na se den sembe to dwa ekopie mu amana ne nsemu a eno the big game to dwa e the UEFA Europa League Manchester United etna home echi society that cheneka mako and 9 emomuti mba. Guess what? Bruno Fernandes in a hat-trick in that game winning Sembia ka ho ene de ba be dan wo ewo buti because of fidi no so ewo sima kakra idea ni kan hye no so say CAC bookshop o na so yasene say kudie mu nsem ayaboaboa no efini amana ne yemfa me dan hwefo nyina straight away yan shen sem na say emfi eye the outstanding game ana ewo ho between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and a secondary 11 wise na MTN FA Cup round of 16 eba so could after 90 minutes na Kumasi Asante Kotoko ashebako 11 wise and to me anti yankohwe highlight na ewosima baako na afi nso no yehwe highlight ni wi a after the game coach Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun ekasa ye FA game no ho nti wi a beti nsem coach Prosper Nate Ogun de tuja.
And goal courtesy of this chamber for just before the first half. We are fortunate to have head coach Dr. Ogun with us. Coach, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
It looks like it's becoming a theme since the team moved to Kumasi. You've won all the games you've played in Kumasi since the team returned from Obuasi. The 90 minutes today, and the fact that this win also sets up another quarter-final game against True Democracy here at the Barbara Stadium before the semi-final, if you're able to go beyond True Democracy. And then some text which will come later, but the 90 minutes today.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. Both teams played very well. We tried as much as possible to make sure that we keep possession of the ball, try to play the ball behind their defensive line, because we realized they mostly stayed on a low block or a medium block. So we tried to keep the ball, and then anytime the opportunity came, we played the ball behind them. We created some decent chances, and I think their goalkeeper was excellent. They also kept a very good defensive line. Defensively, they were very disciplined. They were marking very well. They were always trying to be first to the ball. So I think both teams played well. Both teams came with different tactical approach. You could see that they came trying to sit low and then catch us on the counter or fast break. We also tried to keep the ball and also make sure that we used the space behind them. So out of that, I think we got a goal. the most important thing is that we've won and we are moving to the next stage of the competition. So congratulations to the team and to the supporters.
Right, on the injury front.
All right, so that was head coach Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun. Away from Kumasi Asante Kotokwaso, Yentu Asomao, Joy Sports for Jumadi, and it was a national sports dialogue. Now, Branton needed 20 baffle, Ekopimu Jumadinas, Okasai, the various stadia and pitches, or Senka, Ukopimu, elsewhere, and Asenka Calf, and a FIFA and Shemo, almost standard motion and cap pitch, and I say Stadium Biano, or see Timina dressing room,
I don't think we think about crisis. One thing I've learned in Germany is always to think about the aftermath, positive or negative. In Germany, we always said before the game is after the game, and after the game is before the game. Sometimes when we come into the Accra Sports Stadium, we see the VIP, thousands of cars in front. So when there's an evacuation, it's going to be catastrophic. But in Ghana, we always say, "Ebeye, nyame wo," until really something happens. So these things really need to change. Stadium-specific infrastructure management. Every stadium, every pitch should have a dressing room. You go to certain pitches where we play, there's no dressing room, there's no washroom. And these things have to change. Decent parking areas for easy access, properly designed exits and entry gates for crowd control. There was an incident when the late Kotoko Fan died, and we changed certain things. Now we are stricter, but sorry to say this, the rules and regulations have always been there. And for me, there are FIFA policies, there are CAF policies, but we should also have a tailor-made approach in regards to our venues. If you're in a 3,000-seater stadium, you should have at least 4 to 6 evacuation gates, entry gates. 5,000-seater, 6 to 8. 10,000 plus capacity, 10 and more gates with emergency exits. A tailor-made stadium evacuation can enhance the safety. Improve stadium security to limit unauthorized access.
Tony Bafo, Medica, the twin say a Joy Sports, National Sports Dialogue, and Tony Bafo Kopimo, Nanyon Kwane, the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Kofi Idi Adams, Kopi Mujmadi, Sena, or in Semi Bituja, or say NDC Amanukuno, a committed to establish a National Sports Fund. In Kuti and Sem, Kofi Adams and Sudituja.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama is committed to establishing a national sports fund where revenue from sports betting, I don't mean betting tax, I said revenue from sports betting, the national lottery, corporate sponsorship, and tourism levies will be channeled directly into sports development. In addition, we are working to expand broadcasting rights for local leagues, encouraging partnership with digital platforms to monetize Ghanaian sports content. In the global sports economy, sports media rights generate over $56 billion annually. This, I mean, a market Ghana can no longer afford to overlook. Our local leagues must become commercially viable, attracting sponsorships, high-quality broadcast, and packed stadiums.
All right, Kofi Idi Adams to us so share a year the 2025 AFCON qualifiers to Ghana ntimi qualify kupim e Morocco na e no chere say Ghana e was timi enya a year sports facilities intino. O share say ne koye na ye say every misfortune is a blessing in disguise. It Ghana ntimi qualify no e no chere say so kwan bi aso no o man no etimbo humoden say ne bitimi enya for sports infrastructures and as facilities e bitimi aboa na going forward now ya qualify to major tournaments.
While Senegal recently completed a 50,000-seater Olympic stadium to boost its international sporting reputation, Ghana cannot afford to lag behind. We must modernize our sports industry, not just for the prestige, but for the economic opportunities that it offers. Sports tourism, broadcasting rights, merchandising, and youth employment. Ladies and gentlemen, our recent sporting performances highlight the urgency of this reset. Ghana's failure to qualify for the 2025 AFCON in Morocco and our inability to send a single boxer to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games should not just be seen as disappointments, but as a signal that our development system needs urgent attention.
All right, away from a Minister for Youth, Sports and Recreation, Kofi Idi Adams, as well, and our Parliament also, and the member for Youth and Sports Committee, our Parliament, and Adama Sulemana, on the same year to Ja, and run a bit to Ja, say, Yaw Ampo for Ankara, season journalist, or Max FM, Max TV, no, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, appointing and so my Pinipam, or the National Sports Authority. Now, Adama Sulemana, Chum say, oh, GDA, say Yaw Ampo for Ankara, Edin Sakraye, and necessary, ever the National Sports Authority as well.
Actually recommended. So it's also good we have a new Director General of the NAC. He needs to also take a look at the reports and assess the issues with NAC, because they are the linchpin. They are the ones who link all the stakeholders, all the various disciplines and the ministry together. So I believe it's a critical area. So we thank the President for the swift action in bringing in a new person. We are just hoping that we have a collaboration between the NSC and the committee and the ministry itself to be able to get the best out of our sports infrastructure and sports interventions. Yeah, Apopraga is a seasoned sports journalist. I mean, he has worked in the media space for a very long time, went to BBC, came back, has headed, is it the beach soccer? Yes. So, I mean, he's not only a football person. NSA is not only about football, it's about all the other disciplines. So I think the President could not have made a better choice than Yampo Fankra. I believe he will bring changes to the NSA, because that's, and because he's a political appointee, he has not gotten a lot of time. He has very limited time to make an impact. So as the workers there, the permanent workers there, those who have tenure of office, as they can relax, he cannot relax. So I'm sure he'll put in the maximum work to bring Ghana sports to the level that the President desires.
Honorable Adama Sulemana, Otoa so HM says, Yena Bekaya, a few tremo, and a Danko Kuyaboa, Patrick Osajaman, Sanso, and a Sadiq Adams Obama, Nanea Kessi, and our friends on other journalists or Maimo, a combo some more demonstration. Then you say Ghana football, baby, a corner, as a Kwashaman and Muntonoye, save Ghana football demonstration. And Honorable Adama Sulemana HM say, more organizes that demonstration. I bet to say, disappointed. They have the right to feel disappointed. This answer after meeting with them now, changes are a buy and anything in email but and that's also meeting essential now much the way forward.
Because it's not a work in vain. Definitely not. Unfortunately, I think they have right to be disappointed. Unfortunately, we couldn't pick the report. You know, we did referral was made to the committee for some time. It took some time before the committee actually sat on it because of the changes to the committee that was happening in Parliament at that time. So by the time we took up the work, you realize we were on recess. And elections were coming. So we had to come during the electioneering campaign, the periods of the campaigns, to be able to take the reports and to meet all the stakeholders. By the time we finished, those were the time that Parliament also had its own challenges. The majority issue, the minority issue, who was supposed to be majority and minority, and we were sitting in the dome. We tried to take the report on several occasions, but it did not really materialize. But I'm sure, since the report is there, the new committee will pick it up, lay it, discuss it. Parliament will take a decision on it so that we can refer it to the new Minister for Youth. So they should be rest assured. And I think that the way the report is couched, we may have to go back to the petitioners again to also help with the implementation.
Away from now, say into us our the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. You are training. I hear say at my name here, head coach to Ado at the list and as a squad. The World Cup qualifier. No, me share 2 games at Edi and Mona Eba. Na Brante Baku Siaka in the Italian Serie A, Venezia, and a Brante friend said Joseph Alfred Duncan this year came. Some time ago, a Brante in your call up. Ebisia Kain Edema, the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, but Ebetoja, so no one can stand Edeba, Senyadia Osia Kain, Emma Black Star, you know, Copiemo. Our Sporty FM asoye na woche mu say the decision I will take here no ohwe senane niyema kwa na etwa say otime retire from the national team, but after so take that decision there been about 2 or 3 coaches aba omo na din komo, but still na no enya dia obabisi akan ediama the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. It stands say ogidie ese mrante na isi akan dey say na ebi emfie na eheda enko anim sa 32 years oba or blocky obi chance in decision take here no still na negoso e hodi.
It's kind of complicated because it was my decision to quit with the national team because I wasn't getting the respect I think I deserved, and for a player like me, when I go to the peak of my career, I think I deserved more respect, and then which I wasn't getting enough. So I think it was best to part ways in order for the younger ones or the ones they think they were right for the team to be able to get a chance to play, because I think the most important thing was for the country to get to the heights that the country deserved, and not about who had to play or who had to be on the bench. So since I wasn't getting enough playing time, I think it was better to be on the side for the right players to play.
Nice one. But since then, Alfred, there's been managerial changes between that period and now. Have been any of the new ones between that time and now reach out to you?
Yes, I think the past few years, I think the 2 new coaches that came both reached out to me, and then they wanted to work with me. But for me, it was very difficult to go back to the national team because the expectations were really high, and then I had already made a decision where I was stable with.
We sincerely apologize for that breaking the sound there. Yet to asoma ewo Kumasi Asante Kotoko former striker Eric Kwabena Bekwina so see idea or your coach also no coaching course okita line C na coach wa sorry nante but beto just brante ne kopiemo Kumasi Asante Kotoko youth side after the appointment of Yaw Ampofuankra or the Zambia to also ogidie awo Yaw Ampofuankra mo se obetimi aboa na the current infrastructure I war my Ghana mo say ye lack sports facilities obetimi aboa na ya timi arfa be shibia na say timi CCB na timi ababa ye a state of the nation and I say ebetanya ya babi betimi esi kan ohwe Esipon sanso na Aliu Mahama Stadium Kumasi Asante Kotoko babi mu esi kan me cheba bayara all the other stadium ni nyina no obetimi aboa amansa choya na sensesan ye e de abayenko tie nsem Eric Kwabena Bekwin e de to dwafa Yaw Ampofuankra ho.
adding to Yao's appointment, if you get a chance to meet the president, he shouldn't worry himself going to build any stadium.
Sporty FM.
The one that we have, the one that in the bushes, that money can fix all of them. You see, we lack maintenance.
Okay.
And in everything that the white man will do, it comes with a manual. There's a time to fix this, there's a time. If they say they will build a stadium, they will not finish. But here in the case, there is some. It just need refurbishing. So that they can get enough time to work. Because today, if MPP is in power, we want football to grow. NDC is in power, we want football to grow. But if you say because I'm MPP, because I'm NDC, I don't want this to happen, I don't. At the long run, it will go and affect us. They are politicians, they are party members. But this is the case, if you listen, they should go and fix those that we use for CAN 208 and co. It's not broke down. It's still there.
They are still there.
And it will save us money, it will save us cost, because they have a lot of things to do more than building a stadium. The economy,
and even building a stadium is a lot of money, it's a lot of work.
and you already have some. Esipon is not a small stadium.
Yeah.
The Esipon can be refurbished, and then we'll have a good stadium. Aliu Mahama can be refurbished. Baba Yara, like the way they were complaining, which is true, because when you go to the urinal and all those places, you know, in some point, some people must be held responsible.
Kwabena eto asesa way back 2008 ebra no sia kama Kumasi Asante Kotoko abosomi ska na oje 150 Ghana cedi, but still na he was committed into obetu a year the current crop of players omusia kan in the local league, especially Kumasi Asante Kotoko ese omomodin.
Because one, he had the car on a silver platter, or how do we say it? So he did not strike for it. You have a car. Coach Bashir Refo did not tell me to be coming to Accra Beach. I did not look at the risk involved. I was looking at the bigger picture. If I tell you my salary at Kotoko, you tell me that the one season I stayed too long.
Before you even say, somebody was Ajimambedu was here
for the 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
He said Beguma Sane 230 Ghana. Me they should forgive me. This will be the first time to say this.
Around that time, yeah.
I was around 208. I was earning 150 Ghana cedis.
By that time, had we done the redenomination?
No, 207 was redenomination.
So it was 150. So it was 1.5
million. Yeah. But you know what? I was not looking. Sometimes it will get to like 2 months. I haven't gone to the office.
Yeah.
Then Opography will say that, hey, now no bochana. I said, because the bonus is coming week in, week out.
Yeah.
So imagine you have midweek.
Okay.
So that was Eric Kwabena Bequin. Away from Eric Beshuna, so you know, Yantua Soma Ewo Fishers I told over the weekend. Straight away, Yanko Access Bank Division 1 League from Zone 1 up to Zone 3. And shall say from Zone 1A. Games are told over the weekend. In the project, 9 games are told in Zone 1A. Northern City, Tanahu Mambo against Rio Tamale United 3 p.m. Ochana and a side game never so Wale Calic Stars against Victory Club Warriors. Sanso and on Sunday, the 2 games are can I also Wa Power SA against Wasori Nante. It's a game now Baso Malik Jaber Stadium in Wasanso and Tamale City against Yapre FC Inteno Zone 1A Inteno. We share after March day 19 same and as Suprano Etie was on my RTU a shady kind 44 points and so and a Tamale City 34 points into automatically there or as any RTU chances of qualifying to the playoff no was showing signs of 10 points and our dear Ama a year Tamale City I don't Montemo Northern City at us now bottom 2 now. Yapre FC and our Calic Stars away from 1A. Yentuasuma was on 1B. In Zone 1B, games are over the weekend in March day 20. Techiman 11 Wonders say against KSC Soccer Academy. Sanso and a Wenchi Mighty Royal say against Doma Unity. Techiman Liberty Youth versus WB United now finish on Tanabo Fuaqua abo on Monday against the Techiman Heroes after March day 19 saying and a table unity Zone 1B. 11 Wonders 34 points, WB 31 points, and so and a bottom 2 no Tanabo Fuaqua 18 and a Techiman Heroes and so 15 points. So away from 1B and to Asumao Zone 2. These are the games over the weekend. The big game now the game between Rose Park and Swedro Gamba All Blacks Sanso and Bekwa Heroes boy against Future Stars Mysterious Abusia Bonto Drive set home abo against Sefi All Stars Sanso and Sky FC tana Jendu Park abo against Secondary 11 Wise Asakem versus Elmina Sharks Kim Faisal tana Ejoso Anasi Babaya Sports Stadium abo against the Park Academy and Soka Intellectuals abo against UCC Youngsters on Monday in Zema Kotoko abo against the New Edibiase after match day 19 before match day 20 now saying at table nite All Blacks have 45 points Rose Park 41 points 4 points and that Omi so and elbow over the weekend Dwarfs 34 points bottom 3 no in Zema Kotoko was Secondary 11 Wise and so Asia Hobintina away from zone 2 no Yenko zone 3 and games I to match day 20 in zone 3 at Tram Divise elbow against Raymasters match now Basu Tuba Astro Tefenewia 3 p.m. Sanso and our China Golden Kicks elbow against Homestars Nafins on FC Nania elbow against Port City on Sunday Kotoku Royals tena home abo against Akache All Stars na finish no Koforidua Sympathy abo against Okwa United. Don't forget say club semi nyina na Asia kan Koforidua Sports Stadium Monteno Koforidua Sympathy and abo home against Okwa United. King Palace abo against True Democracy. Okwa United the league leaders abo against Nagor na for Monday International Allies abo against Accra Great Olympics after Monday 19 saying na table neti Okwa United 42 points Port City 38 and Okwa United 36 points so nteno games I told you on a table no so no senior etiana ho away from that and also no yentwa so Ghana Football Association and share amodi aba efa happy hour over the weekend games are told you but before then no omodi aba SCCA selected venue by bit say Kumasi Babaya Sports Stadium Legon Sports Stadium Sanso and akopie mu TNA Takwa other venues no omodi happy hour bana this weekend no happy hour I told you University of Ghana Sports Stadium. We say a free 3 p.m. Kwako 4 p.m. no. The north section no a free entry. Into free we are no me answer. Eko say no na be born. Wa betimi akopie mu the north side ne there. Obe remu free. There will be a curtain raiser. Madina Manchester United ball against Clan Matulis and a curtain raiser match so East District Football Association under 17 zone 1 a curtain raiser match so I don't know Yankosha fixtures I told you over the weekend match day 24 Summer Test 19 and 6 against Kumasi Asante Kotoko 3 p.m. and a game so Young Apostles versus Accra Lions Heart of Folk versus Dreams FC and a Saturday match on Sunday no Bechem United versus Vision FC Basaki Holy Stars against Inswatram and Heart of Lions against Kerala United Nations FC and Mediama Legon City on Sunday against Bekum Chelsea Nadiana Stars and so abo against BBN Go Stars. These are the games that are live on TV. Summer Test versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Watching out live on TV. Sanso and Heart of Folk elbow against Dreams FC. Game at Heart any Dreams FC elbow Ochinano. Coach Abubakar Watara. Wakansa edi afagimi kuti ensem Coach Abubakar Watara edi atu edwa but odi atu dwa ese game ne they are poised to win that game esan say wo ba bia ha said na ombo momode am obetimi adi nkunima na so betimi agile ne Sanso and Dreams FC so edi entwo that game na straight omoko relegation zone monti just as so edi face ne say fa ba ko pema